Shit is gonna work, my brother. Yo, peep this play, bro. Once you hop in.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Threw that shit.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Gordon happy to be back in the fold after reporting to the Chargers on September 26th. You know, the fan base is happy. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Yeah. And then after that, I get greedy. But that's what...
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Ingram again, a first down carry. Desmond King making the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
You know what I'm going to do. I'm a Lamar Jackson if you don't let
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Because if you don't cover these niggas, they wide open.
Similar situation, he forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a
He's
shot
got a
that you just
quarterback
can't make.
fire. Like that
Sometimes you have
matters
to
with
take your
90
medicine,
speed.
as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
I know what I'm doing wrong.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Hey, nigga, your ass trash. You can't do nothing but run with Lamar Jackson. You're a piece of shit.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's how I view it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
But I'm saying, though, but that's not my fucking problem. That you keep switching your shit back and forth, and you keep going away from what was working.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
But it was only because the moon was set on the right-hand side.
There's Jackson on third and long. He's going to go for it all. And this is greedy. Intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
I'll be getting waxed. Look at how greedy I am, bro.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Rivers trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 74 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
You know what I'm saying? The fucking
inside the 25.
Nasty.
To the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready! Black 15! Let's go!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Last stop! Last stop!
Okay, so you come out in the fucking big set, so you can come out in that. Okay, now I'm
Say
saying.
180! 180! Go! Go! 180!
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go!
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Don't get nervous. Hey, high 7.
Working out of the gun, Rivers going deep here for Allen. And this will be caught at the 30.
Bro, he's dancing.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the ball.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
What?
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, he's going deep and got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson, being chased out left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's the best scorer in the game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Let me hike the ball, bitch.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram.
You ain't going nowhere.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 36 yards on the play. That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I hated it.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check out team spell.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Dudes, man, like after you get the first big run, that means you don't run no fucking more. No more of that. Juice, man. I don't know what the fuck he got going on over there. That nigga Juice, man. So, I mean, like, damn it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Yo. Where's 52? 52's the mic. Hey, pick your game up. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's
Excuse me.
Switch up.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's coming. We got
Here's Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Check three, check three, check three. Shim. Slam. Hey. Motion.
Now here's Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around.
Really like that, dog.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked.
Fucking take a nigga to get down 14-0
6 points.
before I get my fucking act.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
He ain't got no daggone superstar abilities like that, right? So that means that when that nigga sees the pressure, he hold on to the ball. You gotta have an attribute for that. Fearless and shit like that.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Yep, you're retarded, bro. Like, you're getting no success with 2 wide receivers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Why would you keep doing that?
Now Gordon.
I mean, you're getting absolutely no success. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have negative
game,
yards.
at least for the moment.
You come out and cover, and there we go. In 3 wide receivers,
mark for the game.
you fare a better shot.
Part of the thinking
Because
when
I
you
have
bring
to
in
guess
extra
what
tight
you're doing.
ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one
But
blocks
now
and
I
creates
don't
a
give a
crease for your
fuck
runner.
because I know
But the
exactly
converse
what
is,
you
though,
want to do.
You've got to win those one-on-one
And
blocks, and when you
we're
don't,
gonna man
that's the
cover
result
you
you end up with.
like that.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to float this over the middle.
Unfortunately
deep.
for you.
He's
Oh,
got it
that's
at the
Earl,
15.
though.
And
That's
they're gonna have
Earl,
this in
bro.
a great spot way down in
Yes,
Baltimore
bro.
territory.
Yeah.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play
Dog,
off of
that's
each other so well. No matter how
crazy.
one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up,
God,
and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They robbed me.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from
That's
the
fucking
2-minute
Earl,
warning.
though, bro.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon.
The Chargers said,
his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little
that
bit
all
more
pro
time off
bullshit,
now.
bro.
On the
That's
other
what that
sideline,
is,
you start
bro.
to get the crew together and say, this is what we
Nah,
practiced
bro,
the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in
on
that
this
situation
guy, bro.
before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. I got 3 timeouts.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
You know what's up? Hollywood.
Jackson to throw.
I'm out.
Escaping the pressure right.
No, I lost the game. Damn, 3. Oh, he fumbled the rock.
I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnover.
Got the feed.